This episode is brought to you by the Kronos Project. From custom camera enclosures to long-term capture systems to dragon frame ready gear, macro equipment, or even custom engineered robotics. Let's bring your projects to life. Visit thekronosproject.com to learn more. Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode. Today I want to do a little tutorial on the event mode for Kessler Crane. You can access this through both Chaos and the CineShooter Remote App. But first off, what is it and what would you use it for? So in a case that you're doing a live production, you might want to have different targets that you want to be able to aim your camera at, and you want to be able to send it to wherever you want on at the push of a button. And that's basically what this does. So we're going to set this up. I've got three little guys up here. They've all got fantastic hair, and what we're going to do is we're going to get set it up as if maybe these guys are on stage doing something, and I want to be able to move back and forth in between them quickly. I'm going to show you how to set that up and how to best do it. Okay, the first thing you're wanting to do is make sure that you have the CineShooter Remote App open and that you have already connected to the CineShooter Wi-Fi network. If you're not seeing the Wi-Fi network, make sure you go in and enable that in the CineShooter on the main control page. But what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and find my first little guy, and we're just going to bring this guy in. He's all the way over here. Oop, I missed him. Look at this guy. Look at this. Look at him. He's absolutely beautiful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and record my keyframe. And now that I know what this keyframe is going to look like as far as the character, I'm going to go into View Keyframes real quick. And then going to hold down on keyframe 1. And I'm going to go to take a photo for image. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my iPad. And let me see if I can find where the thing is. Okay, camera. And we're just going to go ahead and lock that in and use photo. And you can see now we have that as keyframe 1. So I'm going to hit done. And now we're going to move up to the next guy. And he is up here. Another fantastic hair guy. And we're going to take that focus out. Ooh, a little too far. Bring that back in. And back. Alright, that looks about perfect, so I'm going to do record keyframe 2 of 12, and now I'm going to go ahead and hit view keyframes. I'm going to hold long press it again, and I'm going to go set on image for photo. I'm going to get him lined up here, and boom, there we are, use photo. And then we're going to go over to the last guy, so I'm going to hit done, and we're going to go ahead and position the camera. Just going to bump this into place, and then we need to bring that focus back, and a little bit more. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and record keyframe 3 of 3. We're going to go back to view keyframes. I'm going to long press on this, take photo for image, and get that on there, and use photo. And now here we are. At any point, if I want to go from one guy to the next, I just have to pick which guy I want to aim at. So let's go ahead and bounce back to keyframe 1. Perfect. Keyframe 3. Keyframe 2. Keyframe 3. And you can see how this would be very beneficial if you need to move around quickly, and being able to see the images is really kind of nice. And you can even rename these if you want. If I want to go and I don't want to just name it keyframe 1, I can, let's see, set label. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to say this is Billy. And now we're going to go up to this guy here. We're going to do a long press, and we're going to set label. We're going to go to Bob. Okay, and now we're going to go to the third one, and long press, and set a label. And we're going to call this guy Gregory. So now if I want to go to Billy, I just touch on Billy's picture, or where it says Billy, Bob, and Gregory. And also up here you have what's called transition time. I have it knocked all the way down, but if you want to take it more time to get from one to the next. So here we are, Bob. I'm going to go to Billy, and it's going to be a slower move. So it depends on what you're trying to achieve. Personally, I'd rather just have this all the way up. But in a nutshell, that is the event mode on Kessler CineShooter Remote. Or I'm sorry, CineShooter Remote. Thanks for watching. If you like this, be sure to like and subscribe. I'm going to do another tutorial here in a few minutes on Chaos. So stick around.